Today's trap comes out of nowhere, and actually the most played move falls into it, so let's go straight into it. We are gonna play the London, and it's against the King's Indian. So we're gonna start with the few first opening moves, and basically this is just the main thing that's played on all levels basically. So they're gonna bring the bishop out, we're gonna bring a knight out. Usually they bring the pawn out first. And this is just all theory, some things you need to know. We are not playing in the most optimal way, but it's still an equal position, and we're actually going to set up a trap. And in this position we need to play quite a slow move, which is h3. And basically it's kind of a waiting move. It's also a useful move because we're preventing the knight from coming in. Maybe later if we're castled, the king has an escape square when needed. So it's still a useful move, but basically we're waiting with a great purpose. So they are usually going to develop the knight, and we're going to bring our bishop out to c4. And this is the trap. The trap is set, and like I said, the most played move here falls into it. And it's really counterintuitive to not fall into it actually, because the main thing black wants to do here is to get e5 in, right? Just striking in the center. They're not contesting the center right now, but just if you look at it right now, we've got that covered with 3 pieces. So what they do is they bring their rook over and they try to push e5 next move. But this is actually the blunder I was talking about. We can now sacrifice our bishop here, and that's why it's really not obvious to see. And still at this point you might think, okay, what's happening? Because the king can take. First of all, let's say if the king doesn't take, doesn't really matter where he moves. We're obviously going to take the rook, and we're now up 2 pieces. A pawn for an exchange. Pawn and an exchange, I should say. So yeah, that's completely winning. But obviously black is going to take the bishop, which is even a worse move. But it looks like we've just lost the bishop, so what are we doing? Now the follow-up is kind of easy to find, because what else are we going to do than giving this check, right? But still you might think, okay, what's the idea? Because the king can just move, and then what? Well, actually, doesn't really matter where the king moves. He has 2 squares. Let's say he goes to g8. We bring our knight to e6. We're attacking the queen, and not only attacking it, but it's actually trapped. It can't go anywhere. They can take our knight, so yeah, this is game over for them. They can try some weird counter-attack like this, but we can just take. The queen isn't going anywhere, so yeah, it's still there. And yeah, no matter what they do, if they do something else, we're just going to take the queen, and yeah, we can play a game up a queen now, so that should be easy from here. Let me know what you think about this. I hope you can trap some players with this as well. And for now, thank you for watching. Bye bye.